Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Crazy day and a $700 heart attack that we've avoided. Can't wait to give you an update on that, but the sales are absolutely through the roof today. We have, well, not today, just yesterday and today, and we have over 30 items headed out of here for well over 1,200 bucks. Let's take a look. And we got so much more than that. Looks like a lot of work's been done in here. My daughter, or Bubba's girlfriend's been in here. Look at all this stuff viewers sent us. We're not going to get to all that today. We might open one today. And we have some other news, our little experiment, our cross-listing experiment. For the first time, we have a sale on another platform that we listed from List Perfectly. I want to talk about that. And we really haven't listed a bunch. We've been importing a bunch, but haven't listed a bunch. I think only 35 things we already have a sale. So this earthworm chart, I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to show it to you because I don't want to unroll it and then have to put it back in the box. I'll show you what box I'm going to ship that in just a little while. And that sale right there, it was 5%. It was an offer. It was a coupon. And $38.50 for that one, plus shipping. Next one sold so fast, I just remember putting it in this drawer a minute ago. Well, yesterday. $56.05 for that one. Went off a 5% offer. It's a Fitbit. I picked it up at a sale just this last weekend down in Chatham, Virginia for $2. Sold for $56 plus shipping. I told you we've been running a sale for items been in the store for over a year, and we put it at 30% off, and this one sold. And I had it priced up there pretty darn good, and I totally forgot that we still had it. It's been in the store a long time. This brand new JVC CD Player, it's a CD player, and we had it up around 100 bucks. So this one went out for just under 70, I think, and I'm pretty happy with that sale. We paid probably $5 for it, so that's a really good sale. If you ever see anything that's sealed, boy, pick it up. Tell me your sealed stories down below. You know, those new old stock sealed stories, I'd love to hear them. That stuff gets my heart pounding for sure. So this one has a message on it, but it is not from a viewer. Every time, you know, a lot of times it's a viewer that leaves a message. This one's not. And it looks, from the looks of the name, that it looks like a Korean name. I'm going to click on it here in a second. This is what the message says. I like to do retro trend. I like to do retro trend. Good for you. What's the pop? I don't know. I'm going to see where this guy's from. This little piece of electronics right here is headed to Korea, South Korea, to be exact. Of course, there's a huge difference between the two. Gets me going back to my AP World History days. We used to have a unit at the end of the year called the Asian Tigers, and there was 4 Asian Tigers, and South Korea was one of them, the mass industrialization. In South Korea, in particular, electronics were massive, you know, started in the 50s, but mainly the 60s and the 70s, of course, you know, after the Korean War and the ramp up. It was really a reaction to the Cold War to industrialize these countries in somewhat of an image of the West as opposed to an image of the Soviet Union. And this kind of stuff was being created by those companies that you're familiar with, Samsung today, and I think LG, and the motor side of it is, Kia. And then Daewoo did both motors and did electronics. You might recognize some of those names out there. And I used to use some of the things I would find in the wild out there at garage sales, and I would bring them in if they were branded that. Of course, now you see that stuff everywhere. But, you know, Samsung with the phones, I'd tell the kids, you know, you got a Samsung phone and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I just love talking about that time period in East Asia. And a lot of this stuff goes to East Asia. People just love the nostalgia over there, and that's where that's headed. I really have way too much that's sold to be yapping like that, but I suppose I should tell you the other tigers if you don't know. South Korea, of course, and Hong Kong, and Japan, and Singapore. And I don't know why I'm back here. Oh, I know why. I'm getting this ladder, because the next one's up there, but while I'm at it, I'll get this box right here, the 48-inch SupplyHut box, 48 by 4 by 4 right there. I'll use that one. Ooh, yep, it's gonna just fit, just barely fit right there. But I'm getting that ladder because that other ashtray sold. Nothing like black cats and ladders right there. By the way, this is SupplyHut.com. Code Commonwealth, 5% off. Here you have this last of the 3, if you remember the last episode. This thing is really cool. These are not glass, some kind of acrylic. and that is not metal. But this is glass right there. That's not even marble, but these things are really, really cool. And they take a little while to ship. It took me a good 20 minutes to ship those last night, but it was such a nice profit. And this is too 15 into 90, 89 plus shipping. It's definitely worth it. This is pretty nice. 15. We're into this for 22 bucks for these 4 items right here. And there's probably 200 and, oh, I don't know, what is it, 40, 130, 185, 170. There's like $255 in sales right there already. It was a great day. Before I forget, I've been getting a few messages on Instagram asking me about that Richard Petty shirt. And so the Richard Petty shirt, if you remember this video right here, we sold it for $700 and we paid a quarter, sold it for 700 bucks, and we shipped it off, and it did get there. It's been there for over a week now. I have not got positive feedback that I've seen, but it did arrive, and we haven't heard anything negative. So I think it's pretty safe bet we're going to say it's a success. I'm super happy about that sale, and I hope the person who got it really enjoys it. It is a cool piece for sure. And I get a lot of questions about insurance. Yes, we insured that item. I made a mistake one time. I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't like to do insurance because, you know, there's a reason insurance companies make money. It's because the bet is on them most of the time. The good bet is on them. But for 700 bucks, I think it was definitely worth putting a little extra on it. Put a lot of the old items on sale, and sometimes those multi-quantity ones that you don't want to put on sale, I don't think that's the right one, go on sale. And the Firebird one did go on sale. And that one sold for $11 and change, I think, free ship. And that one went to a viewer. And we're into these super cheap, so we're making money on that even. Hi, Kevin. I'm a longtime viewer and 22-year eBay seller. Awesome. Am I 22? I think I'm 22 myself. 22 eBay year seller. My store is Cali Corgi. C-A-L-L-I-E Corgi. I've learned so much from your videos. I've been a success selling Tupperware and ashtrays and lots of other items. Thanks for all you do. I love your pets and your family. You are awesome. Thank you. So thank you very much, Becky. I do appreciate that. And stop selling ashtrays and stop selling Tupperware, because if everybody does it, then I can't sell it anymore. Sold 2 different CD lots. This is quite a interesting little mix here. Jay-Z and some hip-hop and Lil Wayne and all that stuff. And that sold for $41 plus shipping. And then another one back here, which is country. And I'm always at sales and I'll say stuff like, oh, it's country. And people get mad at me like, what's wrong with country? And I'm like, nothing. I love it. The problem is it didn't sell as well. And so that country lot sold for $11.50 plus shipping. So $11.50 plus shipping, $41 plus shipping. Sold a Winnie the Pooh Easter Bunny banner out of the Auburn bucket. It's going to be right there. And this one, I think, well, for me, I paid up. I don't like to pay more than $1 for these banners, but when you see Winnie the Pooh dressed in an Easter Bunny outfit, you know, you'll pay up. I think I might have paid $2 or $3 for that one even. And that one sold for $12 plus shipping. Next one is a pretty cool item. I got to give my dad credit for picking this one up. It's not a huge profit, but he spotted it, and you'll see why. It's a cassette tape. I thought it might be up there or down there, but it's not. It's down here. And it should be this one right here. Look at this. 40 Great Years Rams KMPC 710. And so my dad spotted that, and he's like, you know what? I'll pick it up. And he gave it to me, and I decided that I would list this thing right here. Look at this. This is for all you SoCal folks right here. Dick Enberg, Al Wisk, Bob Starr. I remember he did the Angel games too growing up. Mike Lansford was their kicker. Anyway, there's some great stuff on there. Fearsome Foursome. And this was actually a stadium giveaway. They would do stadium giveaways from time to time. See, 710 KMPC, some of y'all may know who Gene Autry is out there. And he owned the Angels, but he also owned that radio station. And so I remember there being a giveaway at an Angel game where they gave away, you know, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Back in the Saddle Again, the old Gene Autry classics. And so for this one, they would do a giveaway of old Rams highlights and interviews at a Ram football game. And a viewer picked it up, David. So David, thank you. Hi, Kevin, thanks for the deal. Longtime Rams fan, and remember getting this cassette at the Big A, Anaheim Stadium. Been there 1,000 times. We were supposed to play the state championship baseball game there, and we got rained out. which was good because my brother got to pitch and we won. So anyways, I really enjoy your YouTube content. I've been watching about a year now and I've learned quite a bit. Not a big time reseller, but I dabble from time to time. Keep up the good work. You're from Ventura, California. By the way, this went 30% off and it's over $10.50. Still a profit because we probably got it for nothing. And I'm glad you've got it. I bet you remember Jim Healy. Jim Healy was on 710. I love that sports show. He was a man before his time.
Tams.
George Mama saw this is from Australia, so I figured I'd open it really quick. Socials, YouTube, MZ Fallon1, Instagram, part-time person, Facebook, Sherry Fallon. Thank y'all very much. Blue Ridge Mama is
amazing. First of all, it's Kangaroos. First of all, it's Australia. Like Keith Urban, y'all, come on. But it's like snacks and things from Australia. Tim Tams. I don't know what that is, but it's amazing.
For the SupplyHut wall. I have to open that and show it to you later.
A little pin, and it's got emu, crocodile, a platypus, koala.
Gold Coast.
So are these like... Is this like a favorite Australian snack?
I don't know. It doesn't look good.
Burger rings.
For your beautiful fur babies.
Oh.
Oh, it's a little chew toy.
It's a little squeaky toy.
And some more stuff.
This is the coolest thing ever. Like, literally, this is on, like, top 5 coolest things ever. Look at this! Eucalyptus candies. That is so cool to get snacks from. That is so cool.
Vegemite spread lightly.
I have heard that people either love that or hate that.
Second time
around.
Second time around.
But it's like a 3. Yeah. I think
very cool.
It's a 3.
Sherry Simon. Have y'all sent us some before? I feel like we've had some.
I feel like that name's really familiar. A boomerang! This is so cool, y'all.
A returning boomerang. As if there were any other kind. This isn't very, very kind of y'all. Thank you. There it is.
Look what it says. Oh my gosh. We have to do a video trying this. I want the kids to eat this.
Okay.
Look, it says if we travel there, they can find you a super folksy hotel or a horror house. That's up my alley.
Oh, I love it.
So awesome. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Oh, and Liam, 7-year-old Liam. So Turner would have a buddy out there. That's so cool. This is the coolest thing ever.
Full disclosure, my wife told me to march my butt back down here and read this. Our 7-year-old has added some change in the coin purse because it's good luck from the money box. From his money box. So sweet. So thank you very much for that. And we're going to give that money to Turner Reagan because it's got Queen Elizabeth on it right there. Thank you. Sold a Nike 3-wood head cover, $6 plus shipping. All right, full disclosure here. It is the next day. We had to do a few family things, and we shipped off everything we absolutely had to, and there was still so much left. I had to get back in here today, and so much more has sold today. It's been absolutely blowing up for us for 2 reasons here, because we just barely started cross-listing. I think my wife completed 35, and we have 3 sales off of eBay. I'll talk about this here really quick. But we have been importing into List Perfectly. We have not started actually cross-posting everything yet. We've just picked 35 things and started to do it, and 2 of them already sold. And I thought they would sell from the feedback I'm getting, maybe on Poshmark, but they didn't. They sold on Mercari, 2 different items to 2 different people. I want to talk about those really quick. I was only trying to trick you by wearing the same stuff. We do that from time to time because we only ship 3 days a week. So sometimes we'll come in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then whatever we didn't get to, we don't want people to wait for on Friday. Anyway, there's few different ways here. We sold something that's been on eBay forever and hasn't sold. It was some Hallmark bridge cards, vintage bridge cards. I'm gonna show them to you in just a second. And we sold a Disney Roger Rabbit t-shirt. And see, Flipper Drawer, these have been on eBay for a long, long time, and they finally did sell. It wasn't the best buy in the world, but you know what? We'll make a little bit of money. I think they sold for 12. I think I took an offer on Mercari. And that's pretty encouraging to have a sale so quickly after starting this kind of new road for us. And we will talk about it. You know, a lot of people get upset out there not using this platform or this one or whatever. You know, this is just what we chose. So it'll be fun to see if it's worth it or not. But I'm very encouraged to only have 35 things listed. for a short amount of time and already have 2 sales. Pretty happy for that. So that one's 12 bucks. Wallen's in here now. This one right here sold, it's, you know, they're the same size, except for one's a small, kid sizes. But you gotta list them differently because, you know, you might have different little issues like that. And so this one sold on Mercari for $22. I don't remember if it's free ship or plus ship, but I think it was free ship. I tell you what, we've had another sale. This is the first time I can ever say we've had sales on 3 platforms on the same day, which is really cool. I feel like an all grown up reseller. And I'm gonna have to grab this from 2 different places here because you may remember I made a short on this that did really well on like TikTok, which is crazy. And this toaster goes with it. Proctor Silex toaster. I had people tell me I was insane. Why would anybody pay that much for a toaster and whatever, you know? I'm like, well, some people will. I'll have to do a repost on TikTok. This one sold for $29.70 for that right there, plus shipping. And so I'm pretty excited, you know. And a lot of you have been doing this for a long time. You've been cross-posting for a long time. We've cross-posted. Like I've said before, we've used all of the major platforms just to be able to use them so I have the knowledge. I've talked to all these folks who own these companies before, and it took us a while to finally give in, essentially, to cross-listing because we haven't had to. And I'm like, you know what? It's probably time. And we did, and it took us a while to make this decision, and we're very happy we did what we did. There are free sites out there. We've talked about them. I've done an ad for Flip before, if you remember. And we decided that we were going to do List Perfectly. And I'm very, very pleased with the decision. I know there's cost involved, but I've calculated all that into my decision. I'm happy with it. I'm also not telling anybody out there to make that, because there's different circumstances for different people. And you don't even have to. Matter of fact, just to give you a good example, so the Reseller Information Network, you hear me talk about every once in a while, there's 4 guys over there. And I could be wrong, so y'all have to tell me if I'm right. But Leroy, Blood, Sweat, Sell, doesn't cross-list at all. And Eric uses Flip, Chernock uses Vendu, and Tim uses List Perfectly. And you know what? That's what I want this to be here. I'm choosing List Perfectly. I do have an affiliate link if you want to join us. By the way, thank you to the 22 people who have joined us. Just crazy. And they used our code. I appreciate that. But there is zero pressure. Zero whatsoever. A lot of you have given great feedback about other places you've been cross-listing. A lot of people gave very well-reasoned decisions on why they don't do it. It is not for everybody. And I don't suggest everybody do it. So, anyway, I'm just getting off my soapbox, but I had a lot of criticism. And I'm like, geez, man, people are sensitive. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. If it helps, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. These 2 right here, you're seeing this sale here come out. Actually, this one's probably already out. These 2 Virginia Tech. I had an idea these were going to be good. I had no idea how good these were going to be at that sale. I even paid up a little bit at that sale because I thought they'd be good. And then I brought them home. I'm like, man, I should probably have paid a little bit more. That's how good these were. $132 for these 2 right here. Actually, this, I think I took an offer. It's a little less than that. Maybe 110-ish, I think. Plus shipping on these 2 Virginia Tech jerseys right there. These are team issued jerseys. Pretty crazy good sale. Also, full disclosure here, this was not a cross-listed, well, it is, but it's not done by List Perfectly. It was sold on Bonanza, which is automated. So there you go. Also on the same video right here, this metal sale sign. I actually grabbed these because I thought maybe a viewer or 2 might want them for doing a yard sale or doing something. I'm like, you know what? Those are pretty cool signs. They'll last forever. You can use it again and again. And this one sold not to a viewer. $14.20 for that one. I think plus shipping. Sold a 3-piece set of Victoria's Secrets, like a makeup bag, $10.50 plus shipping, because it sold on a 30% off clearance, which means it's been in the store for over a year. Sold a couple of PS1 games to Chucky over at Video Game Collector 1, WWF, Warzone, and Tarzan. $22 total plus shipping. Thanks, Chuck. Next one's headed out of here to Cody and his wife. Thank you. We appreciate you. And I think it's this one. I think I'll have to double check before I ship it. It might be this one, actually. And it's headed out to you guys. Just thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. West GA Pickers. West Georgia Pickers, I guess. is the name. Thank y'all very much. $11.16 because it's out on discount. And I just went and checked, and it's that one right there. Thanks. Turner's got a little bit of Commonwealth comedy for us. You got a joke?
Yeah.
What is it?
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? I don't know. What do you call it?
A stick.
Thank you, buddy. Love getting some creative memories out of here. This tote's been around too long. And it should be this one. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I think there are two of them. And I think it's this one right here. Is that Mickey? I think. Maybe. No, that just looks plain red. Maybe that's not it. Maybe this one is it. Right here. Yep, that's Mickey. Well, I'll get it all sorted out, but I think that's it. $55 for that one, plus shipping. So VCR right here. $69 for that Magnavox, plus shipping. It is actually a DVD VCR combo, and we're running out of space. And Tammy bought one of the Strawberry Shortcake dolls, lemon meringue, I think is what it was, with Frappy Frog. It's right here. Pretty cool. Got the cone, got the shoes and everything. And that only sold for $12 with all that. Oh, it doesn't have a hat. That's what it is. So, anyway, not bad though. And y'all had a question. I love watching you on YouTube. I wanted to know if the Nintendo sign right there is for sale. Unfortunately, it's not. I bought that from some kids in Lynchburg, Virginia. They made it, 3D printed that thing. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I should sell that anyways, you know, copyrighted and whatever. I'm like, I'm going to put that right here in my cabin. It's awesome. Hey, y'all, Tammy also grabbed this Pound Puppy up here. I think it's this Pound Puppy. Did you know Tonka made Pound Puppy? I think that's right. Isn't that right? Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, Tonka. There you go. And that Pound Puppy, a lot of Pound Puppies are hard sellers. I got to be honest with you. This one took a while here. 19 and change, plus shipping. Going like that. Look at that. 80s all over that right there. Thank you. This one's been around a while, and it went out. This came from that sale, the once in a lifetime sale, y'all. Totally forgot that these came from there. It's the Budweiser bottle right there. And that one sold for, I don't know, $15.40 plus shipping. Sold a 90s Dakin Snoopy with the tag. That one's kind of cool, y'all. Check that one out. And that one sold, it's got a rattle in it, $18 plus shipping. Sold 3 of these stretch Pepsi bottles. They're not all Pepsi, some of them are other things. That one's Diet Right. I think this is one that's sold here. They're like $42. They went on 30% clearance, so 3 of them together, 30 or 40 some dollars plus shipping. One of these Pepsis and this double cola. So I'm gonna have to go figure out which Pepsi it is. And these went to Lisa, Brown County Picker. And Lisa, if you left a message, I do not see it. So my apologies. Just want to say thank you. And these did go out on clearance. So total all in like $46. So thank you very much for that. That one's cool. That was double cola was kind of my favorite, even though it's so simple. This is Diet Right, I believe. That's a cool looking one too. Thanks. Sold some more CDs, and this one says it's to a repeat buyer, Debbie. So I'm going to say thank you, Debbie, just in case you're a viewer. And people always ask me, they're like, aren't repeat buyers always viewers? They're not always viewers. And look at this. Ooh, I don't know where the CDs are. Where's my last batch of CDs? See, I thought I put them all down here, but look up. I put them here. I must have moved some stuff over. So that batch right there sold for a pretty decent amount, 60 something plus shipping. It's a nice one, y'all. Def Leppard, Hysteria's in there. REO Speedwagon, Journey's Greatest Hits. Rat, Dirty Deeds, AC/DC, Steve Miller's Greatest Hits, which is a great, great album, by the way. A couple of Eagles. This is a great one right here. It's awesome. And it sold for 61 plus shipping. So just a little side note here. If you ever want me to read something or say something, when you're making the purchase, there's a little thing that says like note to seller. And that's where it goes, and I'll read that. But if it's just in the normal messaging, like contact seller or something, I usually don't see it. There's just too many. Sold some ET flower earrings here. And these sold for, I think these are going for 5 plus shipping. Could be wrong, but it's close to that. Sold another PS1 game back here, Twisted Metal 2. Should be right here. It is. And that one sold for $35. I think this was free ship. We're going to say free ship on that one. And it is. It's free ship. That was a pain in the butt digging in this toy bin right here, Montana. Troy, I blame you. Anyway, found it. Peppa Pig. I'm going to have to show you on the side because I'm not undoing this thing. Boy, we are running out of space. 40, and this is not even what we shipped out yesterday. $45 plus shipping for that Peppa one. And another one of these bottles sold. Boy, I should have put them on clearance a long time ago. This one went to Julie. And I think, Julie, it's this one. This one's a funky looking one for sure. And I'm pretty sure that one is it. I'm going to double check before I ship it, but I think, Julie, that one is yours. And you left a message, and I'm going to read this one. So make sure I don't get this thing falling over. It says, I just wanted to say how inspiring you are and your channel is to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. I watch all your YouTube videos and love them. I recently purchased boxes from the same person you get yours from, SupplyHut, SupplyHut.com. And I was not able to put in your code, so you didn't get the 5%. I must have put it in wrong. Could you please tell me how to do that? Thank you for all that you do to help us sellers. Thank you. God bless, Julie. Thank you, Julie, and I'll show you. All right, so I've already navigated to the boxes that I wanted to choose. You know, you're just going to choose, you know, you got to get there. I didn't want to show all that, but navigated. Whenever I get boxes, I get 200 because it's the best deal. I mean, look, 150 is 54. 200 is 55. So I get that one, you know, and you got to search around because of shipping. Sometimes getting more doesn't always benefit you, but you got to find the right one. And so proceed to checkout. My phone is ringing down here. My wife's calling. Hold on, y'all. All right, so there is the code right there, just Commonwealth. And it should, I gotta spell it right. Commonwealth, enter. And it should pop up as a 5% discount right there. There's your discount, $2.79 off. And it should pop up right there. So it should say that. So hopefully that works for you. It's a little book from down here. It's been here for a long time as well. It finally went out of here on clearance, 30% off. Analog synthesizers, Ray Wilson, $16.80, free shipping. All right, I haven't got one of these keychain, mini book keychains out of here in a while. $11.35, free shipping. It's Marvin the Martian. That's going to Tina, This and That Curious. And she just wanted to thank us for the content. Well, Tina, thank you for your purchase. I appreciate it. So the AC is on down here. It's finally warm enough for an AC, so you might hear that in the background. Hooters Singapore is a vintage shirt, delightfully tacky yet unrefined. Should be the motto of the Trash to Cash podcast. Kellyanne bought this and said thank you. And I'm assuming you're a viewer because you said thank you. So $22.80 for that one. This one's kind of cool, and I took an offer on it for $20 plus shipping. Alabama Crimson Tide vintage sweatshirt. And it is new with tags, but it is Pro Edge. It is not a great brand name, and it is a vintage one, but, you know, hey, I'll take it. $20 plus shipping. And look who joined us in here. I think this is the first time Wallen has made an appearance in the eBay cave. Normally it's Sophie. Are you going to eat my ear? What are you doing? You want to say hi to the people? Say hi, people. This dog is amazing, and we love this dog, but he is an absolute disaster in every way. But we love you. Hey, I used to start my history classes out every single day with a quote, and it was kind of in the background of every single class. It would sometimes come up in conversation, sometimes it wouldn't, and students came back to me years later and said they really, really enjoyed that and got a lot out of that, you know, outside of the class itself. And I'm not going to do that every time, but I saw this today and I just thought it was, I liked it. I liked it for what, you know, sometimes everybody out there might be going through something. I might be going through something. Other people might be going through something. And quotes just, I don't know, I'm a geek. My wife tells me I'm corny, but whatever. I'm reading it anyways. And this just is talking about men, but of course women, you can put that in there as well. Michael Hopf, and I don't know who that is. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. I really like that. That was something I saw it today. I'm like, man, I could have used the heck out of that in a history class. But I think it's important to realize things aren't always great, and we've been talking about ups and downs and roller coasters, and I've been getting feedback from people like crazy. Some people are like, oh my gosh, roller coaster, up and down. I get highs and lows, and it's hard. And then some people are like, sales are roaring like it's been for us today. Some people are, sales are in the ditch. And you know what? You just got to wake up every day, and you just got to keep doing what you're supposed to do, what you know you can do to provide for you, to provide for your family, your loved ones. And that's all you can do. What else can you do? So I don't want to get sappy, but you know, hey. And we are doing the cross-listing thing. You know, that's one thing you can take in your own hands. And I'm not asking you to take any money out of your own pocket. There are free listing ones out there, no doubt. But if you do want to join us and you think List Perfectly is right for you and that community is right for you, don't forget to use that QR code. Use our code and you can get 30% off the first month. And we appreciate that greatly. But don't do it because I'm asking you to do it or telling you to do it. Do it because you think it's right for you and you want to come along on that journey. Like I said, 22 people already signed up, which is really cool. If we get to 50, they have this like referral program thing. And if you get to 50, you get like a bump or something. So if I get to 50, I'm giving something away. Anyway, thank y'all for joining us. And I can't wait to see you next.